as you are, I'm very concerned. I'm truly concerned about the fact that gay men and other men having sex with men, indeed many of you in the audience, continue to be the target of hate, continue being arrested, detained, and sentenced simply for having sex with another man, and continue to be denied the services you need. So wherever I go, wherever I speak, I try and speak loudly and clearly about the fact that this is not only unacceptable under international law, but also, of course, totally counterproductive, I would say absurd, from the point of view of public health. And this is something that I know you realize we share a lot with Michel, the executive director from UNAIDS. And I must say, this is a message that the two together we're trying to carry as strongly as possible. We call on legislators to change outdated penal codes that contain prohibitions against same-sexual activity, as we recently did, the two of us together in Malawi. Getting rid of these laws is urgent. But I know how much more needs to be done. Not only in Africa, which has received recently a lot of attention because of the particularly virulent attacks against MSM, but also in Eastern Europe. Welcome to, special welcome, Ruska Gavariashim Kaliegum. In Latin America and the Caribbean, in Asia, and even, of course, here in Austria and in our Western world countries, in which we know, and in my country, France, where we know the rates of HIV infection among MSM are far too high, and often far too little is done to identify and implement strategies that work and that will support you. So fora like today are clearly of key importance, and I hope that they give you, as they give actually me, new energy and new determination, and further strengthen our commitment. You have selected a great theme for this forum, Be Heard. I really wish I could stay all day and listen and hear you. I do have a crazy schedule, so I will not be able to stay all day. But Andy Seal, Andy, why don't you stand, whom all of you know, and who is really a key person in our sexual orientations and gender identity strategy at the Global Fund, will be staying all day, and I have asked him to brief me about the outcome of all of the discussions, because I want to know from you, I want to hear from you what at the Fund we could do differently, how we could better meet your needs, in addition to working hard at implementing this sexual orientation and gender identity strategy, so-called SOGI, and in addition, of course, to me speaking loudly and strongly for your rights, which I commit to continue to do. You may have suggestions about how in your countries representation of gay men and other men who have sex with men and transgender persons can be strengthened on the CCMs. I think George or you mentioned, or Don, one of you mentioned Honduras, a tough environment. I actually remember being a year and a half ago in Honduras, and in Honduras there is a transgender person on the CCM, and that's a remarkable achievement given the environment. Maybe that person is in the audience here today. I want to hear about how your issues can be best brought to our board, or about how we can ensure that we hear from men who have sex with men, but also from transgender persons much more. And I really look forward to hearing from your suggestions. I look forward to using every opportunity at the conference to talk about human rights generally, and the human rights of MSM and transgender persons in particular. And I look forward to marching with you and everyone else fighting for human rights on Tuesday night at the March and Rally for Human Rights. Make sure you will be there. Make sure you will be loud and heard. I wish you all a great pre-conference. Thank you.